Hey everyone, I'm Johnny from John Lathrop Physical Therapy, and I'm here today at the New York Running Company with Niles. Niles, thank you very much for meeting me.
Pleasure, pleasure.
Now Niles, I know you do Fast Twitch Tuesdays that I ran in Central Park with you through the New York Running Company. Could you just give us a little bit more about your background?
So I've been running for 15 years.
Okay.
I've been coaching for now 4 years. So I'm the Tuesday night coach for Fast Twitch Tuesdays. I'm also USATF certified coach as well, so I coach privately, anywhere from 5K distance to marathon distance. I'm also the ASM and key holder here at New York Running Company, so most of my clients know me from here. Usually it starts off with gait analysis, shoes, and then to the training. Usually I tell everyone that they're more than welcome to come to any of our run nights. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, we're here at 6:30. I coach a Tuesday night group. If you want to come and run fast, you come in my group. If you want to run easy, you come on a Monday night or a Wednesday night.
He teaches a good group. Okay, so Niles, recently I wrote an article called Knee Pain Caused by Hip Dysfunction. I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about that and then also tie that into what happens at the foot and ankle with this hip dysfunction, and then what can be done about both instances. Okay, so like I had said, clinically I get a lot of people who have knee pain, and there's really no trauma. They have atraumatic knee pain, so they come into me and I assess them, and they may have an MRI, they may have an X-ray showing, let's say, a meniscus tear or overstretched ligament, but often there was no trauma. So my job is to kind of then take a look, find out what's structurally going on, but then also find out what kind of caused this knee pain. And very often I find that there's a problem in the hip, and there's a lack of contraction of the gluteals. And this doesn't always mean that there's weakness, although that can be of occurrence, but sometimes there's just improper timing of contraction of the gluteals. So really what happens is the foot hits the ground as we're walking and running. It requires instantaneous contraction of the gluteals in order to stabilize the long bone of the leg, the femur. And when this doesn't happen, there's often an inward rotation and a buckle at the knee. And so that's really the importance of this instantaneous contraction of the gluteals. What do you see that happens at the foot and ankle when someone has this kind of inward buckling at the knee?
So during this mid-stance phase of the gait cycle, usually the entire foot is on the ground, and when this process happens, everything shifts inward based on the bones of the foot. Yep. So talus, navicular are the two responsible bones that causes deviation of the foot to roll inward.
You just see it drop.
And you just see it drop.
Okay.
True.
Okay. So in my clinic, when I see this, and I really think that it's happening because of improper timing of contraction of gluteals, that's really what I'll work on. I'll do a little bit to calm down the symptoms and what's structurally going on with the knee, but I think it's also important to get the timing and the sequence of contraction of the gluteals going on. But what can you guys do here to kind of help what's going on at the foot and ankle with the overpronation that's occurring?
So normally the procedure is we do a foot scan. We'll measure the foot, length, width, arch, pressure of the foot. Then the second part of that, we'll go through a gait analysis. So we'll put everyone in a really light, flexible shoe, no support, very deconstructed. We'll watch them run, and then we'll videotape in this process, and then slow the frames out during playback to show them step by step and phase of the gait cycle, what's going on with their feet as they come in contact with the ground through mid-stance and through propulsion.
Perfect. Seems very thorough. And then, so in this instance, let's say someone's glutes aren't working, they're having an inward buckle, an inward rotation of their femur, their knees buckling in. When this is all happening and then you have this overpronation going on, typically what kind of shoe wear would you recommend for this?
So when this happens and we assess this, the consensus goes that we recommend a stability running shoe.
Okay. This is a stability running shoe?
Yep, so this is a stability running shoe. And how you can always tell, all brands have a distinctive way of representing a stability shoe. So always on the medial side of the running shoe, it's usually in gray, and that gray just means that it's a denser piece of foam that's placed on the foam that's surrounding it.
Okay. So this is all in the sole of the shoe there?
Correct.
Okay. Now, does the heel counter, this portion of the shoe, does it vary in a stability shoe versus, what kind of shoe would this be?
So this would be more of a barefoot-like shoe.
Okay, so it's lightweight.
Really light, really flexible and flimsy. So allows full range of motion.
So someone who has overpronation and this buckling that we're talking about, this is not the shoe for them.
Correct.
Okay.
This will not provide the support that we're looking for that.
Okay. There we go with the Brooks Adrenaline there then.
So
Perfect. So the biggest difference is really the support that they're going on in the medial part of the hind foot here, the heel counter. Okay. And this seems a lot more stable through the midsole
than something like this.
than the Nike here. Okay, perfect. Now, Miles, I know National Running Day is coming up, June 3rd, Wednesday.
Yep.
What kind of events is the New York Running Company happening?
So we plan to have an event that starts out of here. You can follow details on our New York Running Company Facebook page to be determined what the events will be.
But they can follow on that.
But they can follow on our New York Running Company Facebook page for more details. And we update each week. So stay tuned for more information. And then we have current events taking place in the store as well. So from time to time, we'll get some brands to come in and host.
Fantastic. Now I know on National Running Day I'll be doing functional screenings and gait analysis. I'm not sure which location yet, but people can follow the updates for that on my website, www.johnlathroppt.com, or Facebook, John Lathrop Physical Therapy. And they could also follow Niles. I know Fast Twitch Tuesdays was one of them?
Yes, Facebook page, Fast Twitch Tuesdays. All you have to do is just like the page.
Perfect. And that's all for today. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you.